original.
Hello, and welcome to Web Crawlers, the podcast where we do a deep dive into some of our favorite unsolved mysteries. Each week, we will introduce our topic, lay out our research and findings, reveal some conspiracy theories, and conclude with our own hypothesis. Who knows, we might even solve the case. I am Allie Siegel.
And I'm Melissa Stettin.
Web Crawlers has a Patreon to get access to rewards, bonus episodes, videos, shoutouts, and merchandise discounts. Please go to patreon.com/webcrawlers. You can donate as little as $2 a month to become one of our bimbo patrons. And now we live stream our episodes.
Yay!
That's so exciting for everyone.
Hi, we just waved to
the camera, which only the patrons can see. Maria's fixing her ponytail.
It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do any good.
No.
It's going to do a lot.
For merch, you can go to webcrawlerspod.com or
hothorse.horse.
If you're nasty, we also have a Cameo, which I'm not even going to keep going on because you know where to find it if you want it. And we've also started doing Friday mini episodes where we read emails, talk about weird things that happen and bizarre stories. So check those out. We'll be dropping those every Friday. Melissa, who are our Patreon shout outs?
We've got Chris C., Hunter, and Heather S.
Nice. Heather S. I was gonna say Heather Locklear for a second, but then
no, that's an L.
That's an L.
I was thinking Heather Graham, but nope, that's a G.
Because you know what? In my head, I thought Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Yep.
And then, but my brain did
see where your brain's
It's probably Heather's.
Heather's
the
movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Solved it.
Okay. This week's topic I am obsessed with, and I have been for a while. I'm so excited. It is the Denver airport.
Ooh, yes.
The most mysterious airport in the world, plagued by conspiracies due to the weird art, odd architectural choices, and rumored underground bunkers and tunnels. Actually, they're not even rumored. They're real. Mm-hmm. What is the Denver airport hiding? Was it built by the New World Order? Let's get into it.
Denver International has long been the subject of wild speculation.
Deep down in the trenches, there is an underground city. More than 1 million square feet of space.
Top government officials will survive nuclear war. Are they really making a new home for the lizard people?
Okay, so a little bit of history on the Denver airport, which is a crazy history I found out. So, construction began on the Denver airport in 1989 with an opening date of October 1993. So the whole reason they wanted to build this airport was to upgrade from the smaller Denver airport that only had 108 gates. So they planned on building this bigger airport that had 120 gates to support the expanding air travel business.
Which, by the way, is crazy because Denver isn't a huge point of travel.
No,
it's not a big
because I believe Atlanta is the busiest airport in America.
It's not one of the top 5 travel cities in the U.S.
No, it's not.
It's not a layover city.
I would feel like Chicago is more of a hub.
Yeah, like Denver already had a fully functioning working airport.
Yeah, and it was 4 miles from downtown Denver.
Yeah, they were just like, we need another airport for some reason.
So there ended up being a ton of setbacks to this, and also the residents were not excited because, for one, this new airport was over 20 miles away.
Interesting.
And they already had their smaller airport that was 4 miles from downtown Denver, so they were like,
Right.
But then they legitimized it by telling people that it would be like a cultural statement full of art and cool designs. They're like, it's going to be this huge thing. Don't worry about it.
Interesting.
So then the mayor at the time hired his friend and architect, August Perez, to design the main concourse. But it turns out his designs were so insane and so expensive that they were like, no, we can't. This is insane.
Yeah.
We can't do this. So then the planning committee bought him out of his contract for $6 million.
Oh my God, that's my rate too.
Yeah, for him to not do anything.
That's crazy.
Which is kind of shady because it was the mayor's friend too.
Yeah, that's
and I'm like, huh?
a little suspect.
So then this guy, Jim Bradford, stepped in. And so he wanted to showcase the cultural history of Colorado in this airport, which is like, it's an airport. It's not a museum. Why do you need...
It's not a museum.
So they built it.
It's not like LAX showcases the cultural history of Los Angeles.
I don't even know what's
It has like a
in
Starbucks.
LAX.
I have no idea what's
I
in
have
LAX.
no idea what's in LAX. Who knows?
Misery,
yeah. So the main concourse's roof is... It's these 21 giant white teepee-looking things.
Right.
And I said it's in honor of the Native Americans.
Yeah, that's nice.
And that is nice.
That is nice.
But the roof is insane because it's made of white Teflon-coated fiberglass fabric suspended from pylons to make these structures. But it's fabric. There's constantly rips and leaks. And then I think like 10 years ago, there was 2 feet of snow was in the airport and it was closed for a few days because it ripped.
That's not structurally sound.
And it's fucking Denver. It snows all the time.
all the time.
So instead of fixing the roof, they changed their snow removal system. Instead of like fix it, they're like, we'll figure out how to get rid of the snow easier.
Men.
So it was more, yeah, exactly. So it ended up being more of a museum than an airport.
I'm looking at a picture of it for the first time right now. I'm blown away.
It's crazy, right?
You're going to be even more blown. Do you know about the Denver airport?
No.
Oh,
I am
get ready.
so excited.
It's like someone took a Cirque du Soleil tent
Yes.
and cut it out on Photoshop and then just like
copied and pasted
it over and over and
Looks
over
like Cirque
again.
du Soleil.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy.
This is nuts. I've never seen anything like it.
Hold on
gets
to your
weirder.
seat. Strap in.
I'm strapping. My tray table is up.
Yeah. Boy,
But does it serve an alternate purpose?
I think so. An airport, I think not.
Let's get into it.
So they were trying to build an automated baggage system.
This thing is
a total
hilarious.
failure. A total failure or just an alternate purpose. I don't know. So this was the most expensive part of the budget, which was $200 million. This was a new age technological design trying to make the wait for baggage shorter. It was fully automated, and the architects and everyone involved really wanted to stand out and justify using so much money. So this was like their big project.
Yeah, they're like, we're spending all this money, but we're going to have this really cool automated baggage system, so it's all worth it.
Yes. And so what the thing was is that instead of it being like above ground, they used these basement tunnels connecting the terminals to build this big luggage system. The testing of the system took forever. Because of this, their opening got pushed back 3 months, then another 3 months, then another 3 months, until they anticipated it opening in May 1994. Right before the airport opened, they held a press event in April 1994 to show off their new fancy luggage system. It included 100,000 feet of underground track to transport the bags.
That's crazy.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was meant to load luggage into the plane's cargo area without a single person touching it. So that's like a weird thing about like what's the purpose of no one can touch it.
Yeah.
No one can touch it. In my head, I'm like, what if they want something underground where like if radioactive or something things have to be transported and like they don't want anyone to have to touch it. Like now there's this underground. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. When it reached a plane, there was a system that catapulted the luggage into the plane.
I tried to find a video on this. God. I did find this news report. I didn't see any catapulting, but I saw they showed pictures of like the luggage falling through the cracks and like it all opening, and it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, no way is that going to work.
Yeah.
But it was not working.
No.
Reporters saw the luggage being thrown way off target. A lot of it was falling off the track before it even made it to the plane.
Yeah, it was crazy. It did not work. So they decided to fix it, which resulted in more construction over the next 6 months. So they ended up being way over budget. So they had to cut back the amount of gates they were building from 120 to only 80. But currently it has 111 gates because there's been more construction since then. But what was crazy is that the smaller airport had 108 gates. The Stapleton Airport that was originally there.
So it's like the same
So it's
size airport.
Yeah. So it finally opened on February 28th, 1995, and the humans ended up assisting with the luggage.
I like how you said
The humans. The humans.
The humans.
It ended up costing $4.8 billion, which is $2 billion over budget. And it was 16 months over schedule.
Okay. I was going to say who paid for this airport, but it was like
The
privately funded.
city of Denver.
But then
or
also
Colorado.
I think they had private funders too.
Oh, okay.
That's so much money.
It's a crazy amount of money.
If you think of an airport, all it is, it's like a warehouse, like a hangar, which, okay, I'll give you a couple million for that, with just different doors.
Right.
Yes.
And then like how much
It's a big
did-
house with doors and a big driveway.
And windows. And that's it. It's just a house. It's just a house without,
And a lot of computers.
a house with a lot of computers.
LAX only costs $600 million.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
LAX costs $600 million, and this costs $4.8
What the
billion.
Fuck?
Girl, I'm telling you.
What are they?
This airport ain't right.
So it's the largest airport in the United States. And it's the second largest in the world.
That's crazy. I just like thought it was weird that all of a sudden there's 111 gates. So I looked up number symbolism for
Oh, no.
111. It says symbol of the Trinity of God, 1 and 3 times the saint. It represents the Godfather and the Holy Trinity. It also symbolizes the sky.
Oh, that makes sense because
Airport,
airplanes fly
airplane.
in the sky.
And isn't it the Mile High City?
Oh, it is the Mile High City.
Oh, weird. The sum of it's in the Bible, it's the sum of the chapters of the 4 Gospels plus those of the Revelation, the Apocalypse, gives as a result 11189 for God. Well, I don't really understand what that says. That's too many numbers. Wow, it's the number of men killed by the fall of the Tower of Siloam. I mean, there's a whole list of what 111 means.
And it's also the largest employer in the state of Colorado, which is kind of neat.
Oh my God. In the Bible, three numbers are multiples of 111. 666 is one of them.
Wow. Well, I'm shaking.
Stay woke. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Stay woke. It's the 5th busiest airport in the United States. So it's the 5th. It's not even the busiest airport. It's the 5th busiest airport, and it's the 10th busiest in the world.
Weird.
So I don't know. The underground luggage system, it stopped working in 2005. They were like, "Fuck this, we're not working," and they haven't fixed it. This led to many people believing it's being used to transport something else underground. What that could be isn't known.
Okay, so that's not even like the weirdest part
No.
about this airport. It's the art.
It's so fucking weird.
That's so fucking weird. So outside the Denver airport, there is a gigantic blue, 30-foot tall blue statue of a horse. And it has red eyes. It's outside the airport. It's called the Blue Mustang, or locals have nicknamed it Blucifer.
Lucifer.
It's by artist Luis Jimenez. It's a 2006 piece.
Or no, it was
Made in
unveiled
2006?
in 2008, but he died in 2006.
Oh, right.
From
okay,
the
so
sculpture.
yeah, so he was making the sculpture, and in 2006, when he was making it, it fell over on him.
Yeah.
And sliced his leg open, and he died.
He bled to
He
death.
bled to death, the artist.
Yeah, from his own art piece. That's a metaphor
Yeah,
for
he
something.
was killed by his own design.
Yeah.
So then finally it was unveiled in 2008, and the piece represents the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Well, that's interesting.
Weird. Why in an airport?
Why in an airport?
Why in an airport? Then there are 2 murals.
These are insane.
They're nuts. They're made by artist Leo Tanguma. The first one is called In Peace and Harmony with Nature. And if you Google it, it's bananas. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of sad children of different like ethnicities from all around the world, and they're lamenting the destruction of the earth. They're in distress. There's fires. There's different like animals suffering.
Animals in like these weird glass enclosures.
There's a turtle caught in a net. There's 3 dead women in coffins.
Yeah,
there's
one
like
of them looks like a child.
Yeah, there's a kid in a coffin. Like
the end of the world.
Yeah, it's depicting the end of the world.
And that's the last thing you want to see in an airport.
No, and these 2 weird paintings are like right next to each other. Which
Yeah,
is
they're like
so
giant
crazy.
murals.
Yeah, there's like a big dead leopard in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And then underneath there is like a Native American man looking. Oh, and he's in the middle. There's on the far right, there's a young Jewish girl in a coffin who's, I was about to say looking sad. She's deceased. And then in the middle, there's a Native American man. On the far left, there's like an African woman. And then all around them, there's all these different animals who are dead. The forest is on fire.
I think that's telling us what America has done to the world. Because I mean, right?
I agree. Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful image.
Thank you, Maria.
Would you like a replica?
Yeah,
in
now
your
we know
house?
what to
Joke's
get
on
Maria.
you. I already have one.
Okay. Not surprised.
So this is called In Peace and Harmony with Nature, which ironic title. Then the next one is called Children of the World Dream of Peace. And this one is, dare I say, even crazier.
Even crazier.
And these are 2 are next to each other.
Yeah.
They're complement one another. This one, it's children using a hammer and anvil to bend a pile of swords. Then there's a Nazi with like, instead of an arm, he has like a knife for a hand or like a sword for a hand, and he's wearing a gas mask. And then there's a rainbow over it.
He's like slicing or chopping a bird or so killing a bird.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, really crazy. Yeah, there's like 2 doves.
It's like a giant Nazi robot man with a sword and a giant gun.
Can you show it to me? Because in my mind, it's brighter than I thought.
Which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Nazi.
There's a rainbow at the top.
There's a rainbow top of both of them. This is like the bird and
Because
the
then
Nazi.
there's another one.
There's there's different parts. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at.
Because then there's like another section to it.
There's a different section to the first one where it shows everyone like in peace. Yeah, that's the second part of the first one where it's like
interesting.
Showing destruction. Then it's showing like peace and harmony. They're
Yeah,
very
it's-
colorful. They're very like,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Artist Leo Tanguma explained his art. He basically says that the first part of the environmental mural is about the ways that humans destroy nature and themselves through destruction and genocide. The second part is about humanity coming together to rehabilitate nature and revive their own compassion.
Sure. Okay.
Again, fine, but weird for an airport.
Yeah, too much fire.
Yeah, like I don't need to like be going to like late for my flight and see that. Like
And
that's
you just
not.
like you run by and you're like, oh, that's why is everything?
Why is there a Nazi with a sword in his hand and like a dead Native American in a coffin and like a penguin choking on a straw? People think that this painting represents biological warfare, though.
Mm-hmm.
So a prediction, perhaps, of the future. Again, it's just a weird place for this all to appear.
Yeah. I thought it maybe explained the purpose for the airport. Like those are clues.
I agree. I think this is like what are those amazing Nicolas Cage movies?
The
Declaration. It's not the Declaration of Independence. That's what he's trying to find.
National Treasure?
National Treasure. Like he should do National
Yes.
Treasure Denver Airport.
yes, there's clues in there.
There's clues everywhere around
Everywhere.
here. He needs to find them.
So there's also odd symbols lining the walkways.
Yes.
So people have questioned the tiles at the airport. There's one that says Mount Blanca,
Yeah.
and it was where the Knights Templar famously signed their charter, which mentioned they'd gathered to form a New World Order.
Oh my God. Wasn't the Knights Templar in one of those movies?
The National Treasure movies.
Yeah.
There are also statues of gargoyles in the baggage claim area. They're sitting inside open suitcases.
Again, weird.
Very strange. They're called Notre Denver. And they're apparently symbolic protectors, but like,
If I was a kid, I'd be afraid of this
It's
airport.
just a giant gargoyle sitting in luggage.
Yeah.
There's also a mine cart
Right.
with the symbol AUAG, which could either be the periodic table,
Right.
which mean AU and AG is gold and silver for the, the big mining community, or AUAG stands for this strain of hepatitis so strong it could be used in biological warfare.
Yeah.
The strain was allegedly called the Australia antigen, aka AUAG.
Yeah.
And get this.
Get this.
The creator of the strain helped to sponsor the airport. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean the creator of the strain?
The person who found this strain of hepatitis was one of the people who donated to sponsoring the airport. There are all these private donators who help to fund the airport, and he's one of them.
He's the person who
remained
named...
anonymous.
This is weird.
Yeah, no shit, Maria. That's why we're doing an episode on it.
Also, okay, so the architecture. So if you look at the airport from a bird's eye view, if you look on Google Maps, you can't. The way the terminals are built and the runways, it's kind of like a cross shaped, like a pinwheel with things sticking out. Kind of looks like a swastika.
It's a swastika, girl.
You can make a swastika out of this airport.
Yeah, they that's on purpose.
It's not a perfect swastika, but there are the way the runways stick out.
We're all searching for the perfect swastika.
If you want to see it, you can see it. It's an unperfect swastika.
It's an imperfect swastika.
But probably the most interesting thing about this airport are the series of underground bunkers.
Crazy.
There is 470,000 square feet of underground space.
Uh-oh, drink some water.
Maria has this new water bottle that lights up when she needs to drink water.
Like I'm a baby.
Yeah.
You're a baby.
Time for baby's Wawa. Go.
I don't drink water, and this is very helpful. And look, it's yelling at me.
Yeah, it's lighting up all fluorescent. Gulp, gulp.
So the theory of these bunkers is that hidden beneath the airport's underground baggage transport tunnels is a secret bunker or series of bunkers.
Crazy.
Designed to house billionaires and the global political elite in the event of an apocalypse.
It's like the last season of American Horror Story. American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh my God, they have all these bunkers hidden around the world.
I want a bunker.
I want a bunker.
So apparently...
You get a bunker.
And you get a bunker.
Oh my God.
So lizard people, aka the reptoids, and evidence of aliens are also thought to be lurking down there.
Yeah.
An alien drawing has appeared on the walls, and blurry footage of lizard people has appeared on conspiracy websites.
That's actually true. But
Really?
Yes, but the airport has been sometimes the people who work here put on lizard masks and run around as a joke. But I'm I would say that too to cover up the lizard people that are living in my basement.
Obvious.
Yeah.
So is it an Illuminati hideout?
Yeah.
Or a FEMA concentration camp?
Yeah.
So apparently there are 2 tunnels underneath the airport, each 7,000 feet long. One of the rumored tunnels is a secret tunnel that goes 100 miles to the NORAD bunker. There's 2. There's one in Cheyenne and there's one in, I think, Springfield.
From The Simpsons?
No. Or not Colorado Springs.
Oh, cool. Okay, so the Cheyenne Mountain Bunker or the Cheyenne Mountain Bunker Complex, it's the most secure facility in the world. It was built during the Cold War. Digging on the bunker began in 1961 as a privately owned mining operation was enlisted by the U.S. military to begin blasting out caverns within the mountain.
Privately owned?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you by who. The New World Order and the Illuminati and the lizard people.
Yep.
I'm like Alex Jones. A series of main chambers were cleared out, creating acres of underground space. A series of buildings were created, supported on springs to prevent damage from earthquakes.
That's cool.
That is cool. Other chambers have water reservoirs, making the site fully self-sufficient for an extremely long period. 1966 became headquarters for NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command House, houses U.S. leaders in a disaster. Featured in Independence Day and Stargate.
Yeah, the front of the tunnel entrance.
Well, that's crazy. Not as functional as it was, but it still has electronics and personal watching for terrorist attacks and is still classified.
Yeah.
Now it's considered a backup.
A backup.
Don't believe it.
Uh-huh.
In 2008, the military opened a bigger command center at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado Springs.
Both of those, Cheyenne and Colorado Springs, are each about 100 miles from Denver.
They call that equidistant.
Equidistant. Okay, also in the airport, there's a time capsule.
Like, also weird.
Why? It's...
Time capsules are cool.
Yeah, if you're doing a 4th grade project.
Yeah, this is... And it's a lame one,
for
too.
Miss Henderson.
When did they put it underground?
Well, in March 1994... The mayor, Wellington Webb, is his name. Fake
Sounds
name.
like a fake, yeah.
Webbed feet, reptiles.
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
So he made a
I'm
time
going to put
capsule.
that in the
Document.
acronym maker.
So he made a time capsule for the residents to open in 2094.
That's too far away.
And
Yeah, no one's going to be alive
apparently what's in it is like pictures, newspapers,
Pogs.
a flag. Pogs. Yeah, a flag.
A TV guide.
Yeah. And it's carved on a stone tablet at the top of it. And there's the symbol G for the Freemasons.
then. Yeah.
And it reads, "The time capsule beneath this stone contains messages and memorabilia to the people of Colorado in 2094.
Weird.
And then beneath that it says, quote, New World Airport Commission contributors. New World. No such thing as the New World Airport Commission. It doesn't exist. It's not
Doesn't
a thing.
exist.
It's
That's not a thing.
Apparently they just used that name last minute, like while they were carving. They're like, what do we call ourselves?
Yeah.
The New World. Yeah, cool. Cool cover up. And then there's listed contributors to the airport, which are actual companies, the Martin Marietta Aeronautics, Fentress Bradburn Architects, and Zimmerman Metals, which are actual companies that contributed to building the airport.
And then there's more too, but who are also the New World Order.
Who are they?
We don't know, but we'll know some of them in a bit. Then there's also this weird Obama thing.
Yeah, I just read about this.
So we talked about how like those bunkers are potentially used for like in case there's an apocalypse, all the rich people go to the Denver airport bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was reported that in 2011, when the comet Elenin was said to be plummeting towards Earth, former President Barack Obama was in Denver at that time.
What was he doing in Denver?
He was at the Denver airport the day that comet was coming to Earth.
Uh-oh.
Why?
He was hiding.
He was gonna be ushered to the to the bunker.
Where's Fort Knox? That's in Denver too?
I don't know.
Fort Knox? Isn't that in
Texas?
You're thinking of Fort Worth.
Oh, Fort Knox is in Kentucky.
Is in what?
Kentucky. Did I not say Kentucky?
What?
What did I say?
You said
Kentucky.
Oh my
I
God.
called it Tucky?
Yes, you did.
I swear my brain, because I said it's in Kentucky, I thought I said Kentucky. Wow. Oh, God.
Nah, girl, that's in Tucky.
It's weird.
What's Tucky? Oh. Wow.
The Queen of England reportedly has land right next to the Denver airport.
That's weird.
Oprah bought a house in Telluride, which is like a nice place, but
Yeah.
let's see. I wonder if there's like Celebrities.
Jerry Seinfeld bought a house in Colorado recently. Is he
Denver.
part of the elite? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's the Illuminati.
With those residual checks, yeah.
Oh yeah,
yes.
baby. Famous neighbors. 9 celebrities that currently live or have lived in Colorado. Tom Cruise,
Oh, yep.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yep.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, but they all live far. They don't live in Denver. Like they don't have Denver stuff.
Well, that would be too obvious.
Well, I mean,
They could easily take a helicopter
Bill
from
Murray. Yeah, they just take the chopper to the
Telluride.
airport.
Yeah, and you're there.
There's probably some sort of let's see. Who
Telluride
has
looks really nice.
I think it's a big
does look nice.
famous
Big
people destination.
Yeah, it looks
Big
very
ski
nice.
area.
Now it's completely on the other side of Colorado than Denver.
Well, it's still closer than New York City.
Who are Denver's local celebrities? Oh, now I'm on a Reddit.
Oh,
I think you're going to get a lot of people from The Bachelor.
It says
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people who end up on The Bachelor are from Denver.
this one says Blinky the clown.
Blinky the clown.
I don't know, but he's safe if there's ever some sort of apocalypse. Okay, so that's just weird that Obama was at the airport during his presidency
That is weird.
on the day of a potential apocalypse. Okay, so we've talked about this new world order. It's like half conspiracy theory, but then the more you get into it, the more it's kind of real. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the New World Order is allegedly one of the donators of this Denver airport because they wanted to use it as kind of like a safety bunker for the apocalypse.
Yeah, they donated, I'm sure, $2 billion.
Exactly. So I found this weird thing about the New World Order, and it puts like a hierarchy of... It's like a triangle, and we'll post it.
It has an eyeball at the top.
Yeah, so that's like the Illuminati eyeball. And it puts a hierarchy of who the New World Order is. At the top, it's Lucifer, the light bringer.
Okay.
And then it's demons and fallen angels.
Oh, okay.
And then it's aliens. And then it's the Illuminati, human servants.
Illuminati's underneath.
The Illuminati's under demons, fallen angels.
Okay.
They say that the demons and fallen angels are what we know as aliens.
Okay. So we're servants to the aliens.
We're servants to the
Sure,
aliens.
I believe it.
I agree. So then there's the Illuminati. Then there's the Bilderbergers, which we're going to talk about, which is like a real thing.
Bilderbergs.
Then there's the nation heads and the UN heads
Okay.
and the Catholic Church.
Oh, like the Pope?
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's the CIA, the NSA, and FEMA.
Okay, that
Then-
makes sense.
Then there's the media. Then there's the large military hardware corporations. Then there's the military leaders. And there's the police. And then there's the common man.
Ah, fuck. We're on the bottom?
Yeah, the man's at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're on the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
Wow, girl. I've said girl so many times today. Delete one of them. I'm like not okay either. I'm fresh for a nap. Okay, so who is the New World Order? Many influential historical and contemporary figures have been alleged to be part of this New World Order, and they essentially plan out all the political and financial events that go on in the world.
They control the world.
They control the world. They control all of our policies. They control all of the national, international events, and they want world domination.
Sure, who doesn't?
Who
You know?
among us do not? They started from the Freemasons, which is a century-old secret society.
Which is the symbol G,
yes,
which is on that time capsule.
exactly. So the Freemasons and the New World Order are like the same thing. They go hand in
Okay.
hand. And they apparently have controlled the airport ever since it's opened. And they're this global elite who wield power over international affairs.
Okay.
And so we've talked about this dedication plaque from 1994 that's in the airport.
Right, okay.
And there's also strange markings all around the airport that are allegedly in this weird Freemason alien language.
Oh, there's like secret codes all over the
Secret
airport.
codes all over the
We gotta
airport.
go to the Denver airport.
That
really
sounds
do.
like the best scavenger hunt ever, right?
Yes.
I've been to the Denver airport, but this was like 10 years ago before
you were blinded
before
to these
my eyes
conspiracies.
were open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I did some research, and there's this Bilderberg group, which is like a real. This is
Yeah.
like the first part. New World Order is conspiracy. This Bilderberg group is like
It's a real thing,
It's a real
right?
thing. Yes.
It's a Build-A-Bear in the airport.
Yeah, you could build a bear.
girl.
So the Bilderberg group.
I'm just trying to keep it light, you guys. It's getting really dark.
Well, this is serious.
This is serious business.
Also, are your hands freezing?
It's very
Well, it's cold in here.
Oh my God. I'm like dying.
It's very cold in here.
It's rubbing my hand.
All right,
I'm going to
sorry.
build a fire. So the Bilderberg meeting is an annual conference that was established in 1954 to foster dialogue between Europe and North America. So the agenda is to prevent another world war.
Right.
That's why they all meet. And it's now defined as bolstering a consensus around free market Western capitalism and its interests around the globe. So participants are political leaders, experts from industries, finance, academia, and the media, and there's between 120 and 150 members.
Yeah.
So there's the head of the International Monetary Fund, the former Treasury Secretary, Amazon, Google, BP Oil. There's a former CIA head in there, Henry Kissinger.
Yeah, they were all attended.
All attended.
All attended the last meeting. And one of the goals is apparently that they want to commit a mass genocide and get the world population down to 2 billion people so that the world is easier to control.
And that's why they need the bunkers.
And that's why
so
they
when
need the
that
bunkers.
happens, they can be safe.
They can be safe.
And then all us common people can die in the
that's,
fires.
And that's why they made that weird strain of hepatitis.
It's all making sense.
It's all making sense.
now.
Now, this is kind of an offshoot, but there's something called the Georgia Guidestones, which lays out kind of the mission of the New World Order.
Oh.
So the Georgia Guidestones is this granite monument erected in 1980 in Elbert County, Georgia. It's a set of 10 guidelines. It's like kind of like Stonehenge, and they're inscribed in 8 modern languages.
Oh, I've heard of these.
It's so weird. That's why I was like, have we done an episode on this or something?
I feel like maybe someone sent us an email that was like, what are these Georgia Guidestones? Like, look into these.
Yeah, because I remember that we've talked about it before and I couldn't remember why.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little mini Stonehenge.
Yeah, so it's so weird. So a message consisting of a set of 10 guidelines or principles is engraved on the Georgia Guides.
It's gorgeous.
It's a nice structure.
Gorgeous Georgia.
Gorgeous Georgia. In the Georgia Guidestones in 8 different languages, one language. One language on each face of the 4 large upright stones. So the languages are English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian.
Okay.
So these are the guides. These are the 10 rules that are on them. 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature.
Under 500 million, they mean population?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2, what are we at now?
A couple billion? What's the population of the
What's
Earth?
the
I
population?
thought it was like 6
Population
billion.
of
It's probably
the
like
Earth.
7 billion now.
7.5 billion.
You're welcome.
We out there.
Damn. And in 1960, it was at 3 billion.
Wow. So
We need to chill.
we're fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want us to reduce the population by a ton so that we live in harmony with nature. So basically to stop like
Okay.
global warming.
Sure.
Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity.
That sounds like a little bit like eugenics.
Yes, absolutely. Unite humanity with a living new language.
One language.
One language for everyone.
Well, it'll be English.
It has to be. I can't learn another one.
Well, that's the universal language for
Love.
airlines.
It
Really?
is?
Yeah.
Wow, weird that this is all happening at an airport. That's crazy.
Damn.
Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. So no flipping out.
Okay.
Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts.
I like that one.
Yeah. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials.
Great.
Balance personal rights with social duties.
Okay.
Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.
So it's like half, this sounds great. And the other half is like, wait, what?
Part of it's like very zen, and
It's
then
like
the other,
Scientology.
yeah, and then the other part's like also everyone's gonna speak one language and we're going to decide who has sex and procreates. And so anyways, that's the mission of the New World Order, which is crazy. And they think that perhaps this Denver airport, since they want to maintain humanity under 500 million,
Right.
people say that the New World Order wants to do some sort of mass genocide.
Right.
Or some sort of controlling. Did you watch Watchmen?
I've watched the first couple episodes.
Did you watch Watchmen?
No, but I've
It's
heard
really
great
good.
things.
You know, like the giant squid, how he makes
Yes.
like the giant squid alien monster to try to like unite the world.
Yes.
Like he says he wants some sort of like huge disaster to happen to unite the world all together. And that's why he created this like giant squid alien, because he was like, the only thing that unites people is fear.
Right.
Like it feels similar to me that this like New World Order wants to do some sort of like huge destructive thing to try to unite people together, that they think like the only thing that will unite people is huge acts of fear.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it seems to me that that's like a little similar, and that the New World Order is planning things in this weird Bilderberg group meetings.
Right.
And they're planning for some sort of population control, whether it be like economic crises or healthcare crises. They're just trying to
Right.
like control population somehow through that.
so they can continue to be the world leaders.
Yes.
And what better place to do it than a place that has tons of construction going on,
Right.
so they could build underground
Yes.
at the same time without people being like, what's all that construction for? It's like, well, it's an airport.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're building underground.
Yeah. And so and then when the final apocalypse or war or whatever does happen, they'll have these bunkers underground to keep them safe or whatever.
Yes. So there's an episode of Jesse Ventura's show Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah. What is this?
This show, you haven't seen it?
No.
It was in 2010. It was 3 seasons. It was hilarious.
Jesse Ventura was the wrestler who became like a governor?
Yes.
Okay.
He does episodes on pretty much every single like conspiracy theory, but he did one on the apocalypse and like underground bunkers.
Oh my God, amazing.
And his show is so funny. He starts off with like the intro is like, you think you know the whole story, think again, think again. And he does the episode where he goes to the airport and he's like, there's underground bunkers everywhere. I've heard things that'll blow your mind.
Oh my God.
I've heard things that'll blow your mind.
And so he goes to the airport. It shows him looking at the art, and he's like,
No.
there's a clip of him looking at the gargoyle, and the gargoyle. He's looking at the gargoyle structure, and he goes, well, what the hell is that? Well, what is that?
What the hell is this?
And then there's like the police come, and he like,
Stop it, really?
well, I'm sure they're telling him to like, please stop filming, but he's like, the police don't want us to know the secrets of the airport.
Oh my God, I have to watch this episode. That's crazy.
It's so funny. He interviews these people, expert.
Yeah.
Quote, expert. This one guy says, like, he's saying that the elite are building bunkers underneath the airport, just confirming, like, everything
Yeah.
that he says. And Jesse Ventura is like, he's like, you're saying that the elite are being taken care of while the rest of us are going to burn in hell.
It's true. Something crazy is happening.
At the end of that episode, he's like, well, we'll do a follow-up in 2013. His show ended up being canceled December 2012.
That's what happens when you look too close. That's why iTunes won't put us on the new and noteworthy page.
Yeah,
because we're too close.
Yeah, we know.
We're too close to the truth.
Uh-huh.
Another bizarre event happened in February of 2007, which caused 14 planes to mysteriously have their windshield cracked in a 2-hour time frame. When examined by investigators, they claimed it happened because of foreign object debris, but there was some sort of like...
In Denver?
Yes, at the airport. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, 14 planes at the same time, all of their windshields cracked.
What?
To me, that seems like some sort of sonar, high-pitched glass windows crack.
Wait, I was reading one of the theories. I read that people have reported feeling vibrations and low-frequency hums and pitches inside their heads.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing
a thing they work on, like the army works on like weapons through sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can really destroy you.
Like, what's that? The Dyatlov Pass, the infra sound.
Yeah, that makes you crazy.
That makes you go
when
crazy.
you get like the weird wind tunnel and you go out of your gourd.
And
yeah,
apparently
it's really
there's
bad.
like big strange vents that dart out of the ground throughout various areas around the airport.
Oh my God, so
like
you can
there's a
do the Marilyn Monroe thing while you're waiting at your gate.
Yes, that's what it's
Yeah,
for.
they're probably doing crazy military experiments down there because you're not allowed down under there anymore.
No. And if it's just for like the luggage thing or whatever, they have to be using it for something.
They haven't, they haven't been. They haven't been using it for luggage since 2005. So it's not. They're not just going to waste that space. And also, we're never using it for luggage. That was phony baloney, in my opinion.
Phony baloney.
Phony baloney.
So why would they spend so much money?
Because it's never been an airport. It's never been an airport.
Yep.
So we have some theories. Why would they spend so much money in an airport that had fewer gates than the smaller one it was replacing? Why so much money on the underground tunnels? Is it a front for something else? Is the money rerouted into secret things?
Yes.
I don't...
I think we've answered that.
We've answered that. Art are signs from the Illuminati saying how they're going to take over the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the art is telling us.
Yeah, it's
they're
it's
clues.
a national treasure clue.
Yeah.
We need to go there. The Denver airport doesn't even deny it. Now they lean into it.
They do.
They try to be charming about it.
They do. But also, so Colorado would be the best place to hide in case of a nuclear attack because it's not on either coast.
Oh, good point.
So, of course, they're going to build a government bunker.
That's where the bunker would be.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
That does make sense.
It's the best place to hide for nuclear attacks. Yep. Symbols lining the walkways left by the New World Order make a plan to wipe out the human race and how to join. I also read somewhere, though, that the symbols aren't all Freemasonry symbols, that they're also some Navajo symbology, which is native to Denver.
Yeah.
So that could be it. Yeah. And then we talked about the low frequency hums.
Huh.
So this is crazy. I mean, this is really okay. Even if there's no conspiracies here,
sure.
Let's say you take out the fact that sure, there's no New World Order. There's nothing weird going on in these bunkers, whatever. This airport's still fucking weird.
It's still weird and it's so much money. Why does it cost more than almost 8 times the amount of LAX?
Yeah. No matter what, even if you're okay, this has nothing to do with lizard people, there's still something wrong with this airport.
How many gates does LAX
it takes
have?
to change a light bulb?
LAX has 132 gates.
And it cost
$600 million.
Yeah, I mean, something's up. So, I mean, my final opinion is that this was financed by the New World Order and the Bilbert Group or whatever they're called, and that this is not an airport. This is built as a secret bunker for when the apocalypse happens, which is what they're or the depopulation happens, and that this is something that they're slowly trying to create over time by control over all the world.
And I agree.
Well, Maria?
It's weird, man. I mean, it's you take one you
Sorry, I'm fighting off kind of a cold or something.
I think it's weird, and I don't think I just think it's too easy to just go, oh, it's just coincidence. There's no way.
No.
There's no way. Something's up. There's something, no matter what, they're doing something else at that airport and they're not telling us.
Yeah, if you have any ideas or if you've been to the Denver airport, I want to hear about it.
What's it like? What's the vibe?
Or if you work there. What if you work there?
It's the largest employer in Colorado. Somebody's got to listen to our show who works there.
Speaking of employers, I sent it to the group chat. I got a weird message alert, like a weird email being like, Raytheon is hiring.
What? Just out of nowhere?
I mean, I get like work alerts, but it's like for
Sure.
writing stuff.
Why is Raytheon?
I don't know why, because
they're trying to recruit you.
they're trying to recruit me. It was like Raytheon's hiring a communication specialist.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
even?
Should I apply?
Yeah, I think you'd be
Yes.
great at
Gotta
it.
get on the inside.
Yeah, and then I get on the inside and find out where
Yeah.
they're keeping the robots.
Yeah.
And the AI.
Yeah.
And Elisa Lamb. Melissa, if people want to find us, where can they email us, find us, follow us, etc.?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com. And you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Webcrawlerspod. We're also on Reddit and we're on Facebook. We're all over the world.
And if you want to see the live stream of this podcast,
Yeah.
where we're sneezing, where Maria's giving herself a new
waving.
ponytail, where Melissa pronounces Kentucky just Tucky, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/webcrawlers, and just donate as little as $2 and you can have access to that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, thank you for tuning in and stay woke.
Stay woke.
Bye.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.